Good morning, everybody. We are live. It's TKB. I'm back for another episode of the Bushleague Sports Morning Show from the Kindersley Golf Course. We are live for 9 holes, 9 topics with my buddy Juice. We're going to be chatting 12 teams that have never won the Super Bowl this morning as we get prepared to get into fantasy draft season and a few other things coming up. But I'm going to close up the card shed here, get her tucked away, play a little intro, and wait for Juice to get up and get up to the tee box. So I'll chat with you guys in a minute. Just gotta find the tune or the intro.
Say, man, you're in a privileged position right now. You're in a place to be. Matter of fact, a place to G with the one and only S&OOP. So what you gonna do now? Turn that shit up and let it bang.
Everybody that you fight is not your enemy.
Trenches.
And everybody that helps you is not your friend.
Free time. Nico Trenches, we train
And
online
that's what life
D-line. Getting sacks on quarterbacks, you know we live. When you check that 45, keep your nose on the inside. You better punch something, keep your feet moving, dog. My 3 touch and 1 take, they some real hogs. My DN 6'5", he ain't got no flaws. Good grades, good feet, man, he got it all. I said a crazy he'll snatch something. Real aggressive jump, said he tryna grab something. If the old don't shoot their hands, you better jab some. You better stab some. Or you snatch some. From the youth to the pros, get it in. If you ain't watching film, you ain't trying to win. If you close the beat gap, then you gotta spin. If you get around the edge, then you gotta bend. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. Where the lineman at. Where the lineman at. D tackle, do your dance. D ends, do your dance. Center, do your dance. Guard, do your dance. Tackle, do your dance. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at.
Fucking bet against me. Bet against me. Tell me it's not gonna happen. Tell me it's gonna fail. I love it. I love every minute of it.
Good morning. It is TKB here with a lampshade. I am live from the Kindersley Golf Course, and I'm going to mute it here for a second.
I know it's too late to feel right, but now I'm really losing my mind. You gave me your love, and it feels right. And I don't really want you to stop, 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 stop.
I guess we'll unmute her because the song. Good morning, everybody. We are live at the Kindersley Golf Course. What's going on, brother? How's it going? I had a couple of delays. I forgot the pity, so I had to run back this morning. But we're here. We're live. We're ready to tee off. Get it moving. I'm just going to try to keep the pace right here going. But how you doing? How's the day looking in beautiful Toronto?
Day is hot. But I love it, bro. I love it, man. I just came from the gym and shit, and I was gonna go hiking, but I'll do it probably after the sports space. The sports stream. But everything's good. Everything's going good. Just football news and stuff like that. Like I'm still not seeing my Steelers draft anybody that's a receiver too. Like hoping it could be like Brandon Ayuk or something. You know what I'm saying? But another day waking up with false hope.
Roman Wilson ain't the guy. I'm gonna crank one here.
I mean, listen, I like him. I just, I just think we have a tough schedule. And what I'm trying to say is George Pickens is going to have a lot of pressure as a receiver, one, and he. How do I say this? A lot of the defenses we play, they're not defenses where they're trash. I would say there's like I was looking at our schedule, bro. We have some really tough defenses to face. And I just think Roman Wilson can be a receiver too, but I would put him at slot. That's where I would
Well,
use him.
that's good. Well, no, I'd like to hear a little bit about your boys. If you want to tell us a few more, I'm going to mute it. All, and then we'll get into the 12 teams that have won the Super Bowl. But yeah, I always like to hear your take on the Steelers because they're my closet second favorite team.
Yeah, I just think because I don't watch no fucking news, bro. I just watch football news. That's my news. That that's what I stress myself on. But it's just kind of yeah, like I said, I would put Roman Wilson at slot receiver, and let's just say we get Brandon Ayuk, and Ayuk would be on the other side of George Pickens. I wouldn't think Ayuk would be a receiver too, because I do think a team can have two receiver ones. And we've seen that with freaking CJ Stroud when he had Tank Dell and freaking Nico, so it's it's like, come on, we can have two receiver ones, but it's just right now, I think the guys we have aren't capable of actually carrying the team because right now, I know we have more options than last year, but I also think let's just say we play these guys, it's going to be on a scheme where we're going to have to keep switching receivers. And the thing is, we have Russell Wilson who's or whatever.
Yeah, he sucks.
What I'm saying is that, let me be more detailed. I don't think Russell Wilson is the best quarterback. I don't think he's even near his prime. What I think is he's a better upgrade from what we had. We should have kept Mason because Mason had a chemistry with the team. What I'm trying to say is it doesn't matter how good you are when you come into a team. If you don't have chemistry with those people, I don't think you will do good on the field when you're actually playing. OTAs, summer camps, and practices, all those are just they're important. But I also think these receivers that we have, I love George Pickens, but I just think it's not that I don't believe in him. I think he's gonna be more frustrated. He's gonna have more targets, and he's gonna be more frustrated. Guys are on him a lot, and the thing is, that's how you kind of mess up a player because you're putting so much loads on him. You know what I'm saying? That's why running backs freaking have issues because you put so much loads on them. And it's it's good to have a second guy, because you can't utilize someone all the freaking time.
That's fair. Well, and I am excited to see what Roman Wilson is going to do. I know if my buddy Brian's watching, he'll be stoked here to chatting all Steelers there. But we're almost over halfway through the first hole. We're about halfway. Well, I don't want to hear it. No, there's no Broncos today, boy. We got 12 teams. We got to cover that they won the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, man.
We're halfway through the first. We got to get into those Cardinals that are the first on the list for the day. Obviously, they haven't got one, but the Broncos, not much to talk about. We'll see what they do. They decimated the team. We'll see a few touch, but no, I'm curious to hear your takes on what it'll take for these teams. I know in the future we're going to be loading up in the coming weeks, chatting about every division, going through the 4 teams. What they've done to change how those players are going to impact fantasy when we're getting into our sleeper drafts. I know we're tuning up some good shows in the future where we're going to kind of cover 4 teams a week and all down ahead of fantasy here. But I'm going to take my third shot here quick. But I want to know what your thoughts are on, obviously they got Marvin Harrison Jr. they just drafted very early in the first round with Kyler Murray. Well, when are they ever going to get one done?
Okay. Here's my honest opinion about the Cardinals. I think they're a team that needs to prove themselves this year. because last year, like, they kind of had like a lot of letdowns, and people are starting to think Kyler Murray was a mistake where they, signed him for that long. But I don't think Kyler Murray is a mistake. I just think I just think not that just that he needs more weapons, but they need a different offense scheme, because the Cardinals are a team that's like they're completely different from what they were. Like the Cardinals were a very good performing team. They kind of are still, but at the same time, like they're not a team to make plays where it's like, oh wow, like they just made a play or consistently make plays. Now they have Marvin Harrison, Jr. So I think he can do something really good. And
But
also, yeah,
I was gonna say we can't forget too that I guess Kyler Murray, he was out half the season last year, came back kind
yeah,
of
that's true.
more of a test run on his arm for last year, but it goes deeper than that, right? Because like you
Yeah,
said, it's been a while. They had DeAndre Hopkins, the greatest player, or sorry, why am I drawing a blank on the name while I'm trying to hit here? Fitzgerald. They had Fitzgerald and
yeah,
guys like that they never got it done with, right?
yeah. That's another thing. I think they just need to do better with their offense schemes, man. Like I said, it doesn't matter who you get. The only thing that I would say is really good for Marvin Harrison is he's not going to be a guy that's like targeted all the time because you still have Drake London, and I think they got Michael Wilson as well as a receiver still. Like he's kind of all right. He's not a consecutive guy. I wouldn't throw to him like 10 targets, like for example, but he'd be a guy like I would put in a situation I would need, if other guys are looking at Marvin Harrison
And
and
do you think they
London.
got what it takes to get to the playoffs this year? Have a chance
I
to take
think they
home
have
their first one, or
I
or,
think
or
they
what?
have
How are they going to do in their division?
I think they have the potential to be a tick. And what I mean by that is be a little bit of a problem to certain teams. Like I feel like they're going to be a team that's like, oh shit, they actually beat this team when we thought, they would have took a L. So that's one thing I can say because they still have James Conner too. Like their running game is all right. He is a tough running back. Like we also have him in Steelers, and he was all right at the Steelers and stuff like that. But at the same time, I think Kyler Murray can get it done this year because not only he has more options and receivers, but he's back. He's healthy, So and they have different players on the team, so I think this entire offense has the potential to be a little bit of a problem for certain other teams. I think Marvin Harrison and Drake London are actually going to have both 500 yards or more this season. That's my opinion. Like, I strongly think they'll both have 500 yards this season receiving.
I didn't take it off the mute. I've learned through the last few shows that I got to mute while I drive, or the audio is absolute trash. But again, as always, thanks for joining as we kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
early on
No,
in
it's
the
all
show,
good.
because I think it flows good when you talk while I drive. I just mute so that
Yeah.
nobody has to hear that wild cart noise they've been hearing the last few weeks, and it flows pretty okay. But no,
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're going to be a dangerous offense. Obviously, I went ahead and took Marvin Harrison as the first overall pick in our sleeper dynasty league that we drafted about a month back after the NFL did
Oh, look, you're muted.
the option. I could have taken Caleb Williams, but I skipped him for Harrison. I got a big belief that they're going to do really well offensively. Are they going to be a team looking to win the Super Bowl at the end of this year? I don't think so. But I think we'll see them in the playoffs, and I think they'll be playing good. And I think
Okay.
as we come down this hole, I'm probably going to catch up to the gentleman in front of me. They said if I did, I'll play through them. So I'll probably try to be respectful and not yap too much if I do end up
Yeah,
playing
man, I
through
can
them
talk away, no
at that
problem.
horse. Whoa, what was that crazy noise? What was that?
I have no idea.
Is that you?
Nah, that wasn't me.
What's going on right now? Why does it sound like there's a cat on my stream? Is your audio broken, or what are you doing?
I don't know.
Your audio's horrible. Whatever you got going on, you sound like a
One
cat or a
second.
mouse or
Yeah,
something.
it's probably me. 1 second.
I think you're gonna have to leave and come back or something with your audio, Juice. I don't know what you have
Are
happening.
you able to hear me now?
Your audio, like here, I'm gonna have to take you down off the stage or something.
Yeah, let me drop me down and come back up.
I don't know what's going on there, folks. Sorry. I'll let him figure that out. That's that I don't know what that was. I'm sure we could all hear that. It was sounding like Mighty Mouse or something. But I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna swing one down here, and then I'll pop back and see what's going. But it was kind of a squeaky. It's kind of funny. Juice is an absolutely jacked up dude. It's kind of a funny voice for him to have there. But give him a sec just to reset his audio, and then I'll pop him back up. I'm gonna see if I can't crush the drive here. Oh, I hit it. Okay, a little left. It'll be in the rough. It didn't go as far as I wanted. I've been putting him decent on this hole most of the week, getting it down quite a ways. It's a hole number 2, par 4. But I'm gonna see what Juice is going, and then we're gonna get into the Atlanta Falcons, who have also never won a Super Bowl. As long as they've been in the league, they've been around for quite a while. They got guys like Bijan Robinson this year. I don't know if Desmond Ridder will get up to the plate to play much, but it'll be interesting to see what they do. I don't think they're going to be in contention anyway. But we'll bring Juice back up, see if he's dialed the lock back in, and switch this up and take a cruise down. I don't know, is it memory lane? I don't know. You back, brother? How's the audio?
Hey, brother, can you hear me? Can you hear me, brother?
Are you there?
Can you hear me?
No, he's not there.
Yo.
You're there. I can see you good, brother, but I can't hear you at all. I don't know if your audio's out or what's going on. No, I can't hear you. I'll keep you up there, but once your audio comes in, I'll let you know. But either way, I'm going to...
From the bottom, ain't no half stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. From the bottom, ain't no half stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half repping.
All right, well, of course, today's the day that like my internet just coming absolutely sloppy because I can't even play a song. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I can't hear it if there's a song coming through, but gotta love it. Live production, right? One day maybe someone will pay it and we can post-produce it and it'll actually be a good show. But for now, you just get absolute trash. But the Atlanta Falcons, that was a team I know. Juice is a little more dialed in on than I am, but the big thing is Bijan, and if he's going to step up and be the guy that they drafted with a top overall pick in last year's draft, well, I guess 2 years ago, but he's plagued by coaching last year for sure. There's no question about that. That didn't help his cause at all. They weren't giving him the ball very much and all that good stuff. But what am I? What would I have shot there? So does my thing? Oh, it's not saying the yardage on this hole, but I'd say this hole's about 382, and so I'm about 130 out. Yeah, about 130 out to the left in the. Oh, so there's a ball over there. I could have went and got. Should have grabbed it. To the left, this will be like a 7-iron shot. I got to kind of loop it around these trees that are right in front of me, I suppose, and hopefully we can keep it on the green. But in the meantime, make sure as you see us scroll by there, bambamsfitness.com, make sure you check out Joel, what he's doing with his online courses. We're live 5 days a week. We got the Dr. Bombay mixtape tracks by Snoop Dogg rolling. Go check that out. It's a fun little atmosphere. Get your vibes rolling. Get the mojo going high in the morning. So go check that stuff out. It's been fun working on that and starting to get that website rolling out. So please go check it out. Everybody that signs up gets 50% off anything right now, which is a pretty good deal. Joel's one of the greatest trainers around, so you'll be dialed in no time if you're using his classes. But I'm going to try to see what I can do with this shot. My irons, I haven't been shooting very good lately. And this one, I mean, this tree is obviously clear as day right in front of me. I'm going to have to try to in my mind, it's going to be like a looping right to left back that ends up dead straight because the pin's dead straight in front of me. But who knows what's going to happen. Basically, what I'm going to do is just swing and hope for the best. Hope I don't hit the tree and bounce right back in my face, because I do tend to fade balls left. Yeah, I sketched myself out and completely overthought the whole thing and completely took the ground all out, and I don't even know where that went. I think it went through the trees down that way, so we'll see if we can recover that. But man, one day if I could get a show to flow start to finish with a guest where when I'm driving they're talking, when I'm sitting they're not, that'd be great. But I don't know what, we keep having these technical difficulties, so again I'm not sure what Jesus got going on, but we're just going to pop him down and wait for him to hit me back. But the show quickly becomes just golfing when that's the case, because I mean I'm just golfing, man. It's hard to flow a conversation about something by yourself while you're trying to golf. It's not the easiest thing. Okay, so yeah, I duffed it, but I duffed it like horribly enough that at least I didn't go in the water. So I'm just gonna have to try to make up this.
Hey, brother, you able to hear me?
Third shot here and get it close, hopefully. But my last 56 wasn't very good, and this one's coming off an absolute patch of just like, I mean, it's not grass; it's just straight off a weed and some mud. So we'll see, but I'm not expecting anything too great here. Oh, I absolutely scalded it somehow and pulled it to the right. That's going to go in the bunker. Yeah, it's in the bunker. Definitely, I was so worried about picking it because it's, I mean, there's no grass there. I definitely just scalded it. Heat out of it. I was going to run off the swear that maybe I won't get canceled for the day, but oh, I think we got our boy Juice back in there. You got a little bit of cart audio that you didn't want. Enjoy the cart going across the bridge. All right, we'll bring Juice back up here. What's going on, brother? You good?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
You good?
Able here?
I don't know what's going on here. Hello? Are you there?
Hello?
Hello, hello?
You able to hear me, brother? Are you able to hear me? Yeah, no?
I don't know what's going on.
Are you able to hear me, brother?
I know it's delayed to feel right, but now I'm really losing my mind. You gave me a love, and it feels
I don't know if we have any audio. I got no clue what's going on right now. I think we're going to have to shut it down. I don't know what's happening. Sorry, guys. As far as I can tell, nothing's working. I don't know if it is or not. I'll give it a minute, and if I can't hear anything, I'm going to have to cut the show. Sorry, guys, but either way, we're in the sand. We'll get it running. Hopefully you can hear me, but I'm guessing we can't. Not sure what's messed up here.
It felt so
I'm just gonna test something. Let's see if it's my speaker. It's something else, but obviously the show's completely derailed here. But just give me a second, guys, to see.
I know it's too late to feel right, but now I'm really losing my mind. You gave me a love and it feels right, and I don't really want you to stop.
Okay, well, if you can hear me, I have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna have to cut the show. I appreciate you guys. I just don't know what's happening here. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. There's absolutely no audio, and I don't know why. Okay, well, I appreciate. Okay, well, if you guys can hear me, I appreciate you guys. It's all fucked up, so I'm sorry. We'll try it again tomorrow. I don't know what has gone on here, but it has been an absolute catastrophe. Just like these 12 fucking teams that never won the Super Bowl, so I guess I should expect failure if I'm going to talk about failure. I guess we'll tune in tomorrow. We'll have her dialed. We'll be back. We'll be back with that full energy, double the energy for fucking up today's energy. So if you tuned in, I apologize that it's not flowing. I literally have no clue if you can even hear me right now. So I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll get her flowing tomorrow. I don't know what's going on. Love you. Wait, I can hear everything. So, like, can you guys hear me? Is it just juice? Like, I think I'm fine. I just heard that perfectly. Let me just try one of these songs. I played the outro, and it's like I can hear it 100%. This is a catastrophe for sure, but I'm just trying to figure out what's happening here. Either way, 1 second off. We're gonna take a big one.
Long Beach, and ain't no half reppin'. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. From the bottom, ain't no half stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through, so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half reppin'. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. Tell them never question, dog, I'm sitting ghost status. Eating chicken with my gin, smoking on some cabbage. Used to pedal on this swing with my flow out.
Hey, well, if you can hear me, just I have no idea what's going on with the show. So, it's impossible for me to know if anybody can hear me, so. We're just going to cut the show because I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try one more time to bring Juice up if I can hear him. That'll be a wrap. If I can hear him, then awesome.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Okay, so it wasn't me the whole time. Okay, so sorry everybody that I guess I could have kept talking and flowing and stuff. I apologize. I can hear you
now. Okay.
I can see me, but I can't see you.
I can see you now. Okay, I can see you now. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is happening, man. I got one call and this thing started just having its own issue.
Oh, you got a phone call? Okay, well, yeah, you should let me know that. That's okay. I thought it was me the whole time, so I just about cut the show, so I guess everybody's still good.
Nah, you're good, brother. You're good.
But I guess what I got to do is learn how to adjust to if that happens. But I kind of was not prepared for that. And then obviously I got to try to. It's so hard because while I'm golfing, I can't. I got to try to troubleshoot, and I can't. I have to keep the flow of the golf course moving a little bit. So it's like it's a weird situation because you try to troubleshoot it, but it's hard because if I was just at home, I do anything but troubleshoot. But out here, I can't see that for cute. But anyways, third hole, Atlanta Falcons. I was touching on the last hole. If anybody's still watching, probably not. We had like 40-some people tuned in, but I think it's probably back down to none because I accidentally left the stream, so I don't know if we're still going. But what are your thoughts on the Falcons? They're going to have anything going this year?
For the Falcons, I would say, honestly, I'm still iffy on why the hell did you freaking get Kirk Cousins and then you got freaking Michael Pitts, because I mean, you signed Kirk Cousins for a long deal. Kirk Cousins isn't a bad quarterback, but at the same time, it's like he's a guy who's aging. You know what I mean? And 4 years or 5 years to have this guy on your roster teaching another rookie, how to be adjusted to an NFL roster or offense. So,
well, and I think that a lot of times, and I've said it before in the show, that all the time they got these star guys, and then they wait for them to retire and bring in some kid and expect them to do it all in the first year. Yeah, I think they should be learning under a guy for a few years. And if you really look at Kirk Cousins' contract, 2 years guaranteed money. After that, nothing guaranteed. Soon as they drafted this guy, I know Kirk Cousins is thinking the same thing. They're getting rid of me after 2 years and moving on to this kid. And I think that's the way you should bring up the young guys. Let them learn for 1 or 2 years. I just think Kirk Cousins got screwed in all of it.
Yeah, man. And I also think the Falcons are not a trash team. Like, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just check something out. I think they received Drake London.
You think what? When you check it out?
I think I was wrong about something. Hold on.
Well, what were you wrong about? What are you talking about?
Drake London.
Yeah, what about him?
I think he's on the Falcons now, isn't he? Wait.
I mean, when you said him being I can't pull up the stats. I just don't ever think. Was he ever there? I don't know. I don't think he was in Arizona. I could be completely wrong, but I really don't think he was ever in Arizona. But anyways, I probably lost you too because I wandered quite a ways from the cart. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Are you there, or did you leave? Well, either way, I think the Kirk Cousins ordeal is not, it's not that crazy at the end of the day. I think you're going to see him go behind Kirk for about 2 years, and it sucks for Kirk. He ain't getting the rest of that money. He's only getting those 2 years guaranteed, I bet. And we'll be seeing them move on. Not enough to win a Super Bowl, I don't think. Okay, well, Juice's audio is obviously out again, so I'm just going to run with the show as I'm doing it, as if I'm doing it solo. If the audio pops in, that'll go, so we'll make that adjustment on the fly. But Buffalo Bills, obviously a crazy stat that the Buffalo Bills have never won a Super Bowl. One of the better teams to ever play. Frickin' we had 0. That sucks we're at 0. It said we were at like 40 before. But anyways, sorry. I was bummed I accidentally left the stream, so I think the whole thing has been pooched. But Buffalo Bills never winning one as well. And obviously Josh Allen getting taken out almost every year by Patrick Mahomes in the same spot, same game, year after year. And, we see them fall again this year and not be able to get it done. And I honestly feel for Josh Allen. He's really good. And Stephon Diggs has now moved on. They basically had to redo the entire receiving core in Buffalo. And going back to Mahomes is a pick that KC got through Buffalo. I'm sure at times they kicked themselves in the ass. Many years where Josh Allen has been a better quarterback. Just, the team doesn't get it done and doesn't move on to the big show. Well, you see them this year move back from their spot in the draft where KC ends up taking Xavier Worthy. And you wonder, may that bite them in the ass? What if Xavier Worthy becomes the guy that should have been the guy catching passes from Allen to change the outcome of the franchise? Who's to say how that'll go? I'm going to take a nice putt from par here. I absolutely duffed my shot off the tee box. It went, 20 yards. And then I grabbed one club lower, went from 7 to an 8, shot one, and I got it within 7 feet here. So just going to see if I can drain the putt. And we do it. There's no way. So that just goes to show, if you're having a bad one, keep going, because I literally just completely duffed it off the tee box and then was able to pump it within 7 feet and drain a putt, get a par. So that'll make life a little better. Through 3 holes, what are we? First hole, 1, drive, 2, 3 over, 4, 5. Second hole, 1, 2, we decked it 3 into the sand. 4, okay, 5, 6. So 5, 6 in the par. So we're 3 over through 3. We'll take it. That's bogey golf. That's typical TKB golf. But Josh Allen and the Bills going to have to get over the hurdle at some point this year. They bring in Keon Coleman as the guy who they take in the second round. Obviously, I get why they move back and take him in the second round here. They're tight against the salary cap. They're not a lot of room to move in there. And you get that guy in the second round, you save quite a bit of money for what you have to pay a guy in the second round. But we're going to see again if we can get some tunes going. I just don't know if they're just not working or what. But we get the tunes playing and drive over to the next tee box. We're going to switch it up today. We're going to tee it off from the other tee box. If you like these, these Mogs here, these big bad boy pitties, make sure you get yourself a straight exhaust 20% off. And make sure you get some Mog coin, motherfuckers. That's culture, baby. Hefe, Mog. I'm not financial advice or anything. I just like holding it, looking at it, and being a part of the culture. It's a good time. But that's it. That's just some funny shit. Shouts to Kevin and the boys over there rolling a great coin out. But I'm going to absolutely try to crush this. I'm taking a different, I guess this is basically, well, it's not basically, it is the ladies' tee box, but we're going to take a different stance here. I go over to the other one all the time. We're gonna shorten the hole up a little bit here today and play it from this one. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so my phone was ringing and I don't know what went on there, but we should be absolutely back in action. Just got to see who's trying to call and why. And if we had a guest, I would take that call. We're still here. We're buzzing. We're live. We're having all the technicals. Juice he's in the corner, but he's not there. We're gonna go for a cruise. I'll try and play you a song while I drive. We're parked. Everybody's phoning me. This show's gonna be trash today. Sorry, guys. One day we'll get it, but I don't know when. I gotta answer this call quick. Okay, well, thank you guys for staying here if you have it all. But the phone's ringing, the guest isn't here, and that's 3 shows in a row. But I'm not gonna give up. It's 3 in a row where the guest hasn't had sound or video proper, and I have not been able to complete my stream because I get a call or something. So whatever. We're early on in the show. We'll figure it out. We'll learn. We'll get better. That's what it's all about. I appreciate anybody who's willing to spend their time and try to learn it with me, because it's gonna be way more frustrating for them when they're here and it doesn't work, and they're given their time to come hang out with us and chill with me while I'm on the golf course doing the show. So I appreciate your time. Obviously, he's still there, and hope he's able to hear me. Hope he's able to try to get up there. We'll see how it goes and flows with the Buffalo Bills. Man, they are gonna need a miracle to be able to. I'm pretty sure I just heard him cough. So like, is he there? Or yeah, I can hear you. Are you there the whole time?
Yeah, I was. I think my AirPods was in the room, and I was talking about the Bills the entire time. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't heard you for the entire whole or anything. Can you hear the music when I play it? Like, is there music playing? There's music playing right now?
Yeah, but I can hear it louder than you.
Crazy. So I'm not getting any. Yeah, that's awesome. So the whole time I was playing music, thought I was. So I don't know what's going on. We got some major glitches in the show, but we'll sort it out. But yeah, feel free to let me know what you're saying about the Bills, and I'll try to get the show better for tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Honestly, what I think about the Bills is I don't think the Bills, I'm going to just start off and say this. I'm not a Bills hater, but I'm going to just straight up and say it. I don't think the Bills will do that good as they did last year. This is my opinion, I give the Bills to win about 7 to 8 games. The reason why I say that is the Bills have lost a lot of like key players on offense and defense. I think the only hope they kind of have right now is Keon Williams and James Cook. And James Cook is a good running back. He's a baller.
Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman, my bad. Keon Coleman, there we go. I think he's going to be James Cook. I think James Cook is also going to be a guy who's going to be it's going to be a big usage in the backfield and with catching, because that's all they kind of been using him for, but I feel like it's going to be utilized more. I give Keon Coleman about 600 to 700 yards. He'll probably get close to 1,000 yards this season. And the reason why I say that, because he's going to be one of those guys that's targeted a lot. You know, I know Bills still have, what's that guy's name? Chase Claypool now. They have Chase Claypool. I forgot the other guy they had, but I feel like those guys won't be as much of perform and like make it to the playoffs, because their schedule is kind of tough. You know, like I think there's going to be some new teams we haven't seen in the playoffs last season, and they're going to be in it now. Like there's going to be some teams that's going to knock off the Bills. And
I think the Bills are going to run it. I think, you know, maybe Diggs is a cancer in the room. They got rid of the fellow. They have lost some guys, but they brought in some guys. I don't think it's going to be all that bad. I think people are going to be surprised when Josh Allen and the Bills take the field this year. And for my fantasy hopes, I obviously took Coleman in the second round of the sleeper draft. For anybody that tuned in, watch that. Keon Coleman, I'm banking on him getting like 1,000 yards. He's the only guy there. Hopefully that's number one on offense. So I'm hoping to see some big yardage out of him.
Yeah, I like him. I was watching him a little bit out of FSU. He's a guy that he's strong, he's fast, he's got hands, so I think he's gonna be very profitable in this offense.
For sure, for sure. So I took this hole from the other tee box today, so it's a little shorter, but on in 3, shooting for a birdie. We'll see if we can get it. You think I should pull it and leave it in? What do you think?
I think you should go for it. Leave it in.
Let's see what happens. Uphill, left. And then we should get on track because we've had a few fumbles, but again, anybody who's tuned in, thank you. We're back on track now. So now we know what's going on. The music, if it says it's playing and I can't hear it, it is playing. So I can shut it off. It's playing. And I think you had some technical audio issues, but I think we're back. We're going to have to get on track, though. We're hole 4. I don't know what's rolling across the banner on the screen there, but what our teams are. This was the par 5, so we were supposed to get 2 teams crush out. So we're going to have to catch up in case anybody tuned in to catch their favorite team there. The Bills, I think we'll see them back in the playoffs, but I don't think they're getting their first Super Bowl this year. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I don't think so either, man. It's gonna be a tough and exciting season because a lot of teams got patience.
So anybody, if you can still hear me, missed that putt by about 4 inches. Tapped it in off the stick, as you could probably hear off my earpiece. Jace, you're probably back to your AirPods or whatever you got going on. Your audio's kind of completely.
Can you hear me?
Now you're back. Yep.
Okay. I was just saying. I think I like the Bills, man, but I just think that's my opinion, of course. I just don't think they'll do that good.
Nice. No, that's fair. So team number 4, we gotta get through a couple that we haven't chatted on for a little bit. I don't know if you got a piece of paper I sent you. I'm out on the field, or I gotta wait for the banner to come across the bottom so that we can dial in our next teams. But it's probably Cincinnati and Cleveland that have not won any bowls yet, and those are 2 teams.
Carolina is next.
Carolina, Cincinnati, Cleveland, a bunch of C teams, and we can run through them all. But I mean, Carolina's the furthest away for sure. I think that's undoubtable.
Oh man,
are you bringing your video back, or what are you doing? Because if not, I'm gonna make my other screen bigger.
1 sec. Let me see. I didn't even know it was off. The entire time.
Oh yeah, it's been off since like the second hole.
No, but I was saying though, with Carolina, I honestly, that team is like very, very mysterious because you just don't know if they're gonna be a little bit better than last season or they're gonna be worse than last season. Like they're just that type of team. Like I still look at them as like one of the worst teams in the NFL. But at the same time, they had a guy that wasn't he a Heisman winner? Bryce Young, right? Was he?
Heisman, I don't know. I can't quote me on that one, but I know he was highly touted. Obviously, getting drafted quite high last year, coming in with quite a few accolades under his belt for sure.
Yeah, and then he was talked about, when he was coming in a lot. And I think what it was is the Carolina Panthers, just like you said before, a lot of these NFL coaches or organizations expect these guys to just off the bat know and perform tremendously, you know what I'm saying, without learning some of the game. What I'm trying to say is, like, I think Carolina organization expected Bryce Young to be one of those guys where it's like, he delivers them to some wins and stuff like that. But I think this kid lacked a lot of experience. And I also think he didn't have that much people, to actually be big playmakers. Well, he has Deontay Johnson now. Deontay Johnson's not a guy who's like, he's not trash. He can make plays. I think Steelers then used him. There's not really much you can say about Carolina Panthers. Like they're just the Panthers. They're just like there.
obviously, for fantasy purposes, they got the top running back off the board in Brooks there. So I don't know. Hopefully he gets fed the rock and he can get the people who drafted him in fantasy some of those hard-earned fantasy points. But other than that, there's nothing I'm really too concerned about with the Panthers this year. I mean, it'll be nice again for anyone who's holding Bryce Young or whatever in Dynasty to do it. But we're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna see a whole lot out of them, and they got a lot to do to get a Super Bowl. That's for sure.
I'm trying to look at their roster and see who.
I just crushed a nice drive there off the tee box, so I'm gonna go cruise up to that. But I want to know your thoughts on any Bengals
you should make
too.
Highlights of those things, man.
Pardon?
You should make highlights of your shots, bro. Like take videos and make highlights.
I like out of the stream or whatever.
Yeah, man, that'd be dope.
Yeah. I should probably. You can really you can hear the swing pretty good when I swing.
Yeah,
hey?
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear the swish.
We just got to master the audio and the video, and then this will be a good show in a couple. Yeah, give us a couple. By the time summer's over, we'll have it figured out.
Hell yeah, man, absolutely, brother. Oh, I keep forgetting they have Adam Thielen. Is that how you say his name? I keep forgetting they have that guy.
I know you say like Kyler Murray, but Adam Thielen.
I mean, I don't know about him. I mean, he's had 1,000-yard seasons, but at the same time, it's like actually he's had.
Thielen, he was one of the more prolific receivers for quite a few years, especially with the Vikings. He was pretty dominant, and he definitely stepped up to the plate last year a few times in the fantasy realm, that's for sure. But overall, I think he's in a bit of a wasteland. But yeah, you can see I crushed my drive here. This is the longest. This hole's almost just as long as the par 5 we just did. This may be 10 yards shorter, but it's only a par 4. There's water like 20 yards up for the pin, so this is the hardest hole on the course. I'm about probably 40 out, 230 out, so I would have drove it, I guess 240 or something like that. Probably gonna just try to hit a nice light free hybrid out of this thick grass and hopefully lay it up before the water because I don't
get it done, man.
To get it.
You get it
past.
done, man.
I'm gonna layer up nice because
I'm gonna talk about Cincinnati.
But Cincy, yeah, I was gonna say I want to know what your thoughts are on Cincy. Obviously, Joe Burrow almost got him there in one of his first few seasons, and now you hear talking about retirement at 27. I mean, wouldn't that be nice?
What's that about, man? I mean, honestly, like I'll tell you this. I'm gonna think like him for a little bit here. I've already got paid. I'm talking about hundreds of millions already. And being given guaranteed money up front, is definitely like something and me being injured, like the first times coming into the season, that'll definitely have me like, okay, I would worry about, my health, even though if I'm young, I'd open up businesses because I have multi-million dollars and stuff like that I've got from contracts from playing sports. So that's what I think it would be. Most guys, like, yes, they love the game, but they've been playing it, in their eyes or in their reality for so long, even though in their eyes, it seems like everybody's eyes, it seems like they're too young to retire or quit. That's what these guys are thinking. Like, look at Andrew Luck, for example. Like he was a good quarterback. He wasn't trash. He was very, very decent. And all of a sudden he was like, I want to retire. And he became like he started some businesses and he became a coach for, I think, for high school.
And I think I respect it to a degree. I get it if that's where your life wants to go. But I feel like at the very least, these guys have to finish the contracts they sign. They don't get that money up front just to quit 2-3 years early. Like obviously there's contractual stipulations where they probably have to give some back if they do stuff like that. But it's still like these teams are they're putting their life into you. That's a big business, but it's more than a business when you get the sports teams, right? And I feel like say like Andrew Luck just shutting her down and stuff. I don't know. To me, it's not that cool. I feel like you got to put a little respect to those who believe in you.
Yeah, I believe. I don't think he would just up and retire in the midst of his contract, but I think he would I mean, if he's talking about it, or if that's just a joke or something like that, if he's serious, I think, he would probably do it after his contract. I think he would probably retire at Cincinnati, but he might pull a Brady or Gronk. Might just retire for a bit and still come back.
Yeah, no, and I just crushed that one perfectly, laid it up down by the water. But obviously, they moved on from Joe Mixon. He's got a new home now. I'm drawing a blank second on who they brought in, but they still got Jamar Chase. Tyler Boyd is also
was it Zach Moss?
It might have been, yeah. And T. Higgins still there. They call it a 1 year. It's a no. He didn't take the franchise tag, but it takes a 1 year. That's interesting to me because you get paid way more to take the franchise tag.
Yeah, he's on the Bengals. They have Zach Moss. So, okay, so the thing is, like, I think this is his first time being a starter, I would say. Yeah, so I would say this is his first time him actually being a starter, besides the time when he was in the Colts and Jonathan Taylor got injured and he had to take the load for him.
Just for a few weeks.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, he actually did pretty good for a backup quarterback. Backup running back.
But is he going to be what they, is he going to complete Joe Burrows and the rest of that squad? Obviously, their defense is coming together really, really good the last year or two. I feel like they're one of the teams that's on this list that does have a chance to compete, provided that running back position, like you brought up, can contribute.
I think he has the potential in order to carry the load of the rock. Like, I think he definitely has, because, I mean, even though he proved himself kind of like in middle or late into the season that he can carry a lot of a load, but you got to remember at the time around the season where, he was trusted, because it was where, like, he was leading towards the end of the season and going towards the playoffs. So, this guy actually proved himself. And I think if the Bengals signed him for, this long, or have that much faith in him, I think he can do it. Like, he's been helping.
Can you see when I address the ball? Because you've been talking every time. Yeah. I'm gonna crank this one. I'm on a run here.
I can just talk and look at the thing at the same time.
I'm gonna crush this one. This is my chance to actually make good of this hard hole here. I need a moment of hoosah. Oh, I pulled it right hard. My moment of hoosah didn't help. I had a good weight. Pardon?
That was a good swish right there.
Yeah, I pulled that to the right. It was okay weight, but pulled it over to the right pretty hard. But thank you for the hoosah moment. I was trying to gather myself. This hole is a hard one, so like the only way I can ever get a par is if I put that third one tight. And I was hoping I could do it, but it didn't work out again today, as usual. Let's see. I just drove up. The video kind of comes and goes here, but so when I walk across here, Juice, there's a very good chance that I'm going to lose audio here. And so you're the boss, but I want to hear your take. I think the Bengals are one of the teams on this list that actually does have a chance to maybe get to a Super Bowl this year. But I want to hear your takes, and then where you think Deshaun Watson and the Browns are going to get to.
For the Bengals, real quick, to conclude it, I think the Bengals do have a chance to go back to the playoffs. Do I think they have what it takes to win a Super Bowl? Yeah. This season, I honestly don't know, because there's a lot of tough teams now. Like, there's a lot of new additions on both sides of the ball, especially with the guys they're facing on the schedule. So I personally think that they still will be a problem because they have a crazy offense. And if their defense is able to work together and stop some offenses from scoring, yeah, then I think I think they'll be a really good team to head into the playoffs. And you never know. They could probably win another, win a Super Bowl. But um for the Browns, I think the only Browns problem personally is Deshaun Watson.
Ooh, that's a
I
bold one. I love. Ooh,
and the
he's my fantasy quarterback. I don't like to hear that. I don't like to hear that
I
quite.
know that I heard that in your voice, so I had to say that, man. But it's just the reason why I think he's the problem, bro, is because you got to remember last year, bro. This man has an emotional problem. It's like, bro, every time he gets mad, some stupid shit happens and flags start flying. And it's like, bro, but I'm not saying he's ass. I'm not saying he doesn't know how to perform or work with a team. I just think sometimes you need to put your emotions to the side and actually understand, like, you're not just playing football. Like, this is a business. Like, these people signed you for a lot of money and for a lot of time. So I think you need to start seeing that the type of offense that you have, because the Browns are a problem. Like, they
Well,
are
and I
a
think
tough team.
I think getting Jerry Judy is the steal. I think the Broncos were Jerry Judy's problem, not so much Jerry Judy. I think we're going to see some electric, especially they got Amari Cooper still there, who he's getting old, but still, I think he's going to be a guy who's top 10 until he retires.
Didn't they come from the same school?
Didn't
Alabama?
they what?
Didn't it come from the same school?
I don't know. That's not a stat
Hold on, because
I
Jerry
can
Judy
tell
and
you.
Amari Cooper was at Alabama, wasn't it? Hold on, Amari Cooper. Okay, Cooper was at Alabama, and I know Jerry Judy was at Alabama, bro. I knew it, bro. Hold on, because I used to watch him. Hold on.
I'm just here at the 6 hole now, and I noticed they got the tee box up way up about I don't know 250 yards out up in the fairway. They're doing some work on the water pump shed here, so I guess they don't want to get hit with any wild drives, which they are 100% in range of me smashing them with a nice
Yeah,
little left. So
he was at Alabama with Henry Ruggs and Devontae Smith and all of them.
nice, yeah. Ruggs ain't gonna. He rugged us all, but we'll see what the rest of
Yeah,
this
he
bug can do. But
fucked his ass up.
I'm intrigued to hear you say that Deshaun Watson you think's a problem, because he's also a guy that, like Murray, injured last year, came back, kind of tested out some things, and I think after coming off that year he had off and all the bullshit, I think he's got a lot to prove, and I hope he's going to prove it. So I guess we'll get to find out.
And that the reason I say that, bro, is because, like, I just think he has a lot of legal issues as well, even though if it's true or not. And I think that's also a big problem that affects not his performance. I I mean, yes, it probably does fuck with his head, bro. Like, anybody that's dealing with, legal issues and shit like that probably got to worry about that and keep that on their heads. And let alone you have to worry of running a team, being the leader of a team. You know what I'm saying? But I just think he's not a guy who actually, like, last season, yeah, he did get hurt. But at the same time, when he did play, like, he played with a lot of frustration, and it showed. And his frustration cost the team on certain plays. Like, I give you an example, like him being mad and poking somebody through the face mask, like with your fingers. Like, what the hell is you doing? You know what I'm saying? And you literally had a flag before that, and then you do that again. Like, I don't understand that crap. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think your emotions have to be in check when you play for the NFL, because the NFL it's not like college. Like, even college is a business. It's not just like you're in high school anymore and you're playing football. You're now getting paid. So I think this type of he needs to change his mindset. Is he trash? No. I think he's a great performing guy. I just don't like the fact that he's very emotional. Like, he just reminds me of a guy who's just like, okay, I don't see the type of offense that I have. And you have an offense that can go to the playoffs, that can actually probably present themselves into the Super Bowl. Bro, you have Nick Chubbs. You have two receivers that are lethal. Amari Cooper He's got hands, and he's got really skilled feet work. The same thing with Jerry Judy. Like you just added him to the team. I think they have what's the guy's name? David Ngonu, the tight end. Bro, you are set. You're off, and your O line's not trash. You have a pretty decent O line that can protect you. So I don't understand why these guys have a scoring issue, or if they will have a scoring issue in the up season coming up. So Jerry Judy, I think personally, he will probably get over 500 yards this season. Do I think we'll see a better performance than he had last season when he was on a different organization? I do, because Browns, like I said, they never was a trash team to me. They are actually a tough team when they play certain teams. It's just certain times I think.
Sorry. Said I was being a bullpen there. Sorry, but I was gonna say the Browns had a few really bad years. They give them credit forever.
I don't think they're a trash team. That's a joke. I think people
No,
hate their colors.
they're dogs. They're dogs.
I think people just hate that orange from Because you gotta remember, in the sport world, there's people who don't like teams because that motherfucker just looks like this color or some shit, and it's like I feel like the Browns, they're a good team, but people don't like it just because they're fucking from Cleveland. They're like, what the fuck's out in Cleveland? But it's like I said, bro, they're not a trash team. They're not a trash quarterback. It's just my opinion on like if you're a leader, you're a quarterback of a team, like you said, this is a fucking business. Like get your emotions in check. But like I said, this season I think it's gonna be very different. He's got a lot of fucking weapons. He's got a tight end that knows how to catch the ball, and he's pretty fast, and he's fucking big. You have Jerry Judy, who's got hands. You have two receiver ones in my eyes. I keep forgetting the third guy they have. Let me look. Hold on. I forgot his name, man.
Yeah, me too. And then I'm gonna try to drive this one. So we're probably about 120 yards up the fairway where they have just the tee box they kind of set up. So this is gonna be my only. Holy shit! There's a truck coming down. Check this out, folks. I don't see that too often. Can you see the truck driving down the golf course? You don't see that too often. They're trying to fix the water pump, I think, here. But this guy shouldn't park right there. He just planted windows right in my range. This could end up being a spectacle if I fucking slice this thing. Holy shit. Can you hear me? Are you still there? I can't hear you though. If you are there, your audio's gone. You'll have to fix it up, but I'm gonna try to crush this off the fairway here towards the green. We'll see what we can pull off. Hopefully the other guys are gone. I think they are, and I'm just gonna crush this. I don't like where that guy parks, but that's his problem. Yeah, you're gone, Juice. If you're there, and then we'll get to the Detroit Lions, because that's a team that I think has big potential this year, coming off a huge year last year. Let's see what happens. I think was like perfect. I don't know, but I think that was a really great drive. I just crushed that thing all the way down around the water. It's not often you get to tee off from right here, so take advantage of that day while it's upon us. But Juice, yeah, you ain't even in the show, so we'll see when he's back and see what goes on. But like I said, one day we'll keep a guest for a full show. It'll be gold. Trav's locked in. He'll be in tomorrow. We'll be chatting all things NHL after the past minute after bedtime.
Did you mute yourself? I'm not able to hear you.
Yes, I forgot to mute when I was after I was done driving.
Nah,
So
you
I
good,
just
you good.
crashed that drive just around the edge of this water here. It was a pretty deadly drive. So I just got to try to see where my ball is. I think I came just around this bush to the side of me. But Detroit Lions is where I was going. Yeah, I hope we see some good things from Deshaun. But it's going to be the Detroit Lions that are the team
Honestly,
I'm
like I think we were talking about Elijah Moore is the third guy.
Okay, yeah.
So I think Browns are actually going to be a problem this season. Like they're going to be really good if they know how to use all three of those guys in a really good play scheme. I think they're gonna be a really good team and they're gonna go to the playoffs.
Nice, yeah, no, we'll see. Obviously, you started off by beating Deshaun, but it sounds like you're in love with him by the end of it. So I love to see it.
No, I'm in love with the Browns offense, not Deshaun. You know what I'm saying? Like
That ball just fell for no reason.
I don't know what the hell he's gonna do because next season he might just fucking throw a shitload of picks. All we know, you don't know. We don't know.
Oh, I don't know if you just seen that, but I kind of stalled it and I rolled it right over the edge of the hole. If it would have been an inch left, it would have hit the pin. Did you see it?
I'm gonna have the recording. Highlights of that. I seen
it. Big enough to be able to see a shot. It's obviously actually a horrible shot because I stalled the shit out of it, but it literally almost went in, which was kind of crazy.
Our next topic would be Detroit Lions.
Detroit, baby, yeah. Like I just before you got back, I was saying that obviously they had a big step forward. I think last year with Goff, Amon St. Brown, and again get into me picking up Amon St. Brown for C.J. Stroud and some other things that went on in our dynasty league. I made a big trade this season in the off season, but Jared Goff and Amon St. Brown, obviously. I mean, St. Brown levels Goff up huge, right? He's so good. It's crazy, and we've seen them. New coach, new everything. Jamar Gibbs, Montgomery. I mean, that's the shiny offense. That they were so close to the Super Bowl last year, and will they have a run like last year? I don't think so, but I think that's the team we're going to see have a real good chance to get right back to the Super Bowl this year.
Honestly, bro, I was kind of sad when they didn't win.
Me too.
You could feel it because, like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a big difference where it was if another team was to go and lose, you're just like, they did good, okay. But when the Lions actually like lost and didn't win, you can just feel like because it's been so long since they did that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like even the fans, you could feel like the sadness, it was crazy, but I think Lions are a very top 5 team to me. The reason I say they're a top 5 team is they may be young, some of them, but they're ballers. Like Amon St. Brown, like bro, he's just a tough receiver, man. And you can see a lot of times he catches the ball with a guy on him every time. Like he has a guy glued on him and he's catching the ball every time.
He's so good. It hurts. I'm right on the ass of these other golfers, so I just tried to replay this one how it should have went, and I would have got par, but I got to settle for the bogey I originally got.
Yeah, that's okay, man. But yeah, bro, like I really like Amon St. Brown, and you know me, Gibbs is my favorite running back right now. I love Gibbs. Gibbs. I think Gibbs is going to do really good next season as well. He's a good runner. He's fast. Like he's very explosive. Like he's like a blur. If he sees a hole in an opening, he's like a blur, bro. He's gone. I also think their tight ends are really good. I think the receiver core over at Lions are really good receivers. Jared Goff, I think he's a very smart, he's very calculated quarterback. And he's not one of those guys like you can easily fool on the defensive side. So he knows what he's doing. Their coaching staff system, like you said, bro, like I love those guys because you can tell they're really about the team. more than just about like winning and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I
Well,
think the bond, yeah,
you see Stafford go to Goff's team and win the Super Bowl with them, and I
yeah,
think there's obviously a big drive there for Goff to
yeah,
do the same. And all in all, I think that Goff, when they made that trade, I thought, I
yeah,
thought Goff was a better player. I thought he was still on the rise up, and I thought it was crazy for them to give him 10 years of youth. Obviously, it worked out. They got the Super Bowl, and so it's hard to question their choices there. But overall, I think Goff he's got 10 more years ahead of him, and he's going to
yeah.
be great. And I'd love to see him win one and do the same thing back to Stafford, just to say, I am great too, right?
Yes. And the thing is also like I think the bond they have, like they all have with as an organization as a whole, I think it's the reason why it makes them a really good and tough team because they also know how to work together. And they also know how to be a team, even when in tough times. Like those guys do not crumble. It's like you can't get rid of those Lions if you get what I mean. Like they're a very good and tough team, man. I really love what they did last season. I really hope they do it again. And like honestly, like even if they win the Super Bowl this next season, like I would love that for them because I think whatever win the Lions get, they just deserve it, man. Because they're just a hard-working team. And yeah, bro, like the Lions always remind me of the Rams. I don't know why. Like
Just
those
probably
teams.
that Stafford connection, probably.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But no, so I think they got a good chance to get back. I think we're going to expect big things out of it. I think if you look at that duo, I think Amon St. Brown is truly like, if you're in a single QB league, you're looking at that guy as a top 3 pick, top 5 picks for sure.
Yeah.
If you're in a 2 QB league, there's no. I still think he's a top 5 type pick, maybe top 6, 7. Jamar Gibbs is. I mean, he's one of the top running backs in the league. I think you could debate taking him somewhere in the first round, late in the second, and Goff.
Mm-hmm.
I think the question, depending, everybody drafts their quarterbacks a little different, a little later, but I think Goff he's in that top 10 range. Probably, he finished I think QB7 in a lot of leagues, sleeper leagues last year. See what he does this year, but I think he's destined for another top 10. Kind of picking him around round 6, 7. Especially, maybe you're going a little earlier if you're the guy that takes them on St. Brown. But I think they're threat this season, and they're probably maybe going to end up right back where they were last year, and hopefully this time win it. And then on to Houston. I'm going to crush this drive, and let's move on to Houston. We ain't talking the Houston Rockets, but I'm going to hit a rocket here and see where it takes the day.
Go.
Woo. I got under it a little more than I wanted. I should have I probably could, if I would have not gotten quite under that, I'd only probably be like 60 yards from the flag. I think I'm probably about 100 yards out.
Yeah.
What's this? 324, so a good 230-yard drive. That's about where I drive. It blows my mind, the guys that are driving like 400, whatever, 100. Oh, where did I left my club head cover, so that's amazing. I'm going to have to go find that. I know where it is. It's on the last hole. These guys are still on the green, so we're going to go for a quick cruise. But tell me what are your thoughts on Houston, CJ Stroud. Obviously, I think they're one of the best receiver cores in the team with Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and, of course, Stephon Diggs going over there, and a nice running back. They're going to be a good team this year.
They have Mixon, too. They have Joe Mixon as well. But I think Texans are one of the teams that, like, bro, I think they're the number 1 team that literally got the best upgrades in the off season. They literally got so much upgrades on defense and so much upgrades on offense. Like, I don't even know where to even start with them. I think if they utilize their offense and defense schemes very good, I feel like this team can not just go back to the playoffs, but also be a Super Bowl contender. And the reason why I say that is like you have a young quarterback who already read the game and knew the game very, very well. And he performed very, very well. As a rookie, he proved himself last season. And I think now just giving him more people in order to do something, I think this kid's going to use it because this kid he's smart. He's not a quarterback that just sits there and he's just like, oh, I'm just going to chuck the ball because I have good players who can catch it. Like, he actually knows what he's doing. And I feel sorry for any defenders that have to defend Tank Dell because that man's his footwork is crazy and insane. Nico, he's a guy that, like, going deep, he's dangerous. So I think he's a deep.
Woo! We found it!
I think Nico is a deep threat, and I also think Stephon Diggs, he will have a little bit of improvement, you know, but I don't think he'll be like, you know, that superstar everybody's like trying to see out of him anymore because this guy's been in the league for a while. He's got age on him, you know. Yeah, he used to be him, like he used to be that guy, but it's like, you know, sometimes you don't keep that same star look, you know what I'm saying? Like you get old or whatever. Or you just stop, your performance goes down. But I still think he'll do good. But I just think I think CJ is going to use him a very good way. The organization is going to do it too. To me, they have three guys who are deep threats. I think Tank Dell, even on a shortage, he can stretch a fucking play long as fuck. He's proven that. Nico is a deep threat. Like they've used him deep as fuck last season a lot. And I think now that you have Stephon Diggs, now you have a guy who's good in the middle and who's good far out deep. So I think these guys are really good. Plus you have Joe Mixon on the addition. I think he's a motor. I think a lot of people overlook Joe Mixon. He's actually a good ass freaking running back. I seen you there, bro. I seen you.
I say I found a dead gopher. I'm gonna go put him to rest somewhere nice over in the hill here. I love animals big time, so nothing you can do about an animal that seemed to have passed away for whatever reason. But go put him to rest, send him up to the good Lord, and let him have a good old time over there. Because humans are fucked. They'll just run animals and shit over after they're dead. Have a little respect, motherfuckers. But so we'll see if that's a good luck charm or the bad luck charm. Crank this bad boy about 105 yards out here. This is a nice drive down the fairway though. Like I say, if I would have got a hold of that, this would have been actually beautiful. I kind of duffed it a bit, but I got a big shot I got to kind of go over the bunker. It's very rare the pin is where it is in that back corner right now, actually. It makes me go across this bunker, which I don't like, but it is what it is.
Yeah, man. But also last to say about Houston, I think their defense is going to be a very killer defense. I think their DBs are going to be very much of a problem. Yeah, man, I just think that team. I give Houston to win 13 games, and I like them to win their first 5 games. I don't know. That's just me. I think they're gonna win that shit, bro. But to move on to Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence in there?
Yeah, I was gonna say that shit, man. That was a funny signing. It was a very big question mark for me. But at the same time, if you sign this guy for 5 years for that long, I guess you really believe in him. But Trevor Lawrence.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna talk to some people over here. What's going on this morning? What's going on this morning?
Is also a guy
Here, you're gonna hear me yelling for a sec, too. So hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
What are you guys up to? You setting in some drip line and stuff here? Cool. No, I'm the guy that does all the skate park fundraising stuff. So I planted these with Joe and them. So because Joe was gonna come and put in drip line. So thank you guys for coming over here and doing that. I appreciate it because one of the local greenhouse donated all these over or whatever. Because I put it in because I want to try to get a good barrier going between the golf course and the skate park here. Because I don't know if you guys have seen any of the fundraising stuff or whatever, but gonna try to turn this into a nice place for all the kids there for skateboarding and biking and everything. But I was like, let's get the trees growing ahead of it and try to put a little barrier just so people aren't yapping, because I know, it's just easier to prevent it than, because I'm sure there'll be a day where somebody beaks someone back and forth. But no, I appreciate you guys coming in and putting that drip line in to keep them alive, because I know the one place donated there. I was gonna come over and try to straighten them all out, but I don't know if you guys have the stuff. If you don't mind, just like standing them back straight with the sticks, that would be awesome. But then yeah, well, I'll probably be over here a little bit more this summer, taking care of doing some fundraising stuff and that. But I appreciate you guys doing. I'm hoping to build it next year. Just have to do all the fundraising work. So we'll see if I got a little bit of in-kind stuff I'm dealing with this week, and then probably have a fundraising package out to the community in the next week or two. And then from that there, we'll see where it goes. Right? But no, I'm going to try to keep it going here in the middle of a show here with my. Oh, I just dropped it. But thank you guys. I just wanted to thank you because I was like, oh, I wonder what they're doing if they're fixing the trees up. So thank you guys for doing that. I appreciate it. Have a good day, guys. Sorry, Juice. Just so I know you can't see, I was off camera there, but right beside the green is 7th hole here is where I'm building the skate park in town. And so a couple of the gentlemen from a couple of the younger fellas or people working for the town were coming over here to install some drip line on these trees that myself and the Prairie Rose greenhouse planted over here last year, because we're just trying to get just a few more trees between the golf course and where I'm building the skate park there. So it's nice to see them come over and be putting in some drip line and stuff like that. It's nice to have the community support there behind, trying to keep this stuff alive that's been donated. But I'm going to try to chip this one over the stand here. I'm literally 3 inches from falling into the bunker. I have to stand like cockeyed sideways. Thank you for just chilling out. I know you were talking there. I was like, whatever, I'm just going to yap, but it might not hurt. It'll be a good clip for the show. I'll pull it out later talking about the community park. But now I have to try to chip this. It's like downhill. Like I know I'm going to either skull this into the sand or it's going to go over like the road, but we're going to see what happens here.
Yeah, that's all good, man. It's actually good hearing you talk to them. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm about to swing. This is the hardest shot of my life. One second.
Let me see. Oh, damn, I can't even see you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Did it?
It went in! Oh! You didn't see that? Did you see that?
I didn't see
No! It fucking went in! Oh, we're pulling the camera out. Let's fucking go. You didn't see that? Could you see me address the ball?
Yeah, I saw you address the ball, but I didn't see
You see that, boys?
ball.
My buddy, he's like, I couldn't see it. I was like, I just dragged it. Let's go, boys. Woo! You guys are my good luck charm, boys. Appreciate it. Let's fucking go, Juice, baby. What's happening?
I'm telling you, like you would golf one day, man. I fucking saw
Man, I do too. That was amazing. Holy shit, that was like, I don't know how I tipped that in, man. That wasn't on camera. It was off camera. Was that on camera or was it off camera?
I just couldn't see the ball.
Oh, nice. But you can see the pin in the screen? Okay, so I should be able to zoom in on it after. That's sick, man.
That was good, man.
It was literally on a downhill slope. Sorry, I'm going to mute for a second.
No, it's all good. I just continue with Jacksonville real quick. Yeah, with the Trevor Lawrence thing, man, I just think, I guess they believe in that kid, to sign him for that long, because that's pretty long. 5 years with those guys is pretty freaking long, man. I just hope he plays the same and he loves Jacksonville, But to their running backs, Travis Etienne, I think he's a really good, tough running back. He always does. To me, in my opinion, he always does really good with that offense. And I also think I think Travis is going to be core are capable of carrying that team, but I think they're one of the teams that's going to at least get it done. Let me see who's on their roster as a receiver. 1 second.
Yeah, I know. I think is Christian Kirk still there, and is Calvin Ridley there? Did he move on? I can't remember if Calvin Ridley's still there or if he got. Yeah, where did Ridley end up?
I think Ridley went. He's in the Titans. Nice.
Okay, and so just a review where I'm at here. First hole, 1 over, second hole 2 over, that put me 3 over. I parred the third, parred the fourth, get me a 3 over. Fifth hole, bogey to go 4 over. Sixth hole, bogey to go 5 over. Seventh hole, birdie to go back down to 4. I think we're only 4 over here today, right now.
These guys have they have the rookie Brian Thomas Jr., they have Gabe Davis, and they have Christian Kirk.
And I have a shot to get it close to the pin and try to go for another birdie here. Let's see what we can do. This is a nice angle. I get to go around the stand today. See if I can hit a good iron or not.
Oh, they have Devin Duvernay.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot. I don't know if you can hear me.
Let's go, brother. Let's go. I'm looking.
Oh, that's a great shot. That wind held it up a bit. It actually somehow didn't hit the green. That wind gust hard and blew it back. It was right on line. I actually thought it was going to be like ridiculously close, and I was going to be.
That was a perfect swing, brother.
Was it nice? I mean, I gotta figure out my swing. I'm really trying to. I don't know what the right swing is. I duff everything all the time. That's the only reason my game's so bad is because I'll always just like smash the ground at least once a hole. Like it sucks.
Oh man, dude. Oh fuck. The next one, I kind of like this team. The Chargers are gonna be a problem. The reason I think they're gonna be an issue, they kind of upgraded their offense a whole lot.
So today is the first day that my earbud has died while we're in the course, and it is also, I noticed earlier that it's the first day that I didn't bring the extra one. I must have forgot it in my truck. But I was like, whatever. They've never died on me before. So now I don't have my earpiece audio, so I'm gonna have to walk over there without audio. So this is the Juice Show. Everybody who's tuned in, thank you for joining the Bushleague Sports Show. But I gotta go try to shoot a golf ball over there. I'm gonna carry this other phone with me so that you'll get to keep the stream. Actually, hold on. There's no audio on it. But I'm gonna carry the other phone with me so you can see me shoot. But you're now tuned in to the Juice Web3 Show. So give it to us, baby. Let us know your thoughts.
You talking about on the next team or?
Whatever you want, it's your show, man.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to continue with the Chargers real quick because this is one I was actually waiting to speak on. The Chargers have an incredible roster right now, and their current roster is Justin Herbert, J.K. Dobbins. They also have they have the new guy, Lad McConkey. He's actually a really good receiver. He's had some really good numbers. They have Brandon Rice, which is Jerry Rice's son. They still have Joey Bosa. They still have Denzel Perryman. I think these guys that they have and Derwin James Jr. with Khalil Mack, freaking Chargers are going to be a problem. I think if these guys on both sides of the ball are able to perform really good, didn't they get Gus Edwards as well? Let me see something. Hold on. Yeah, they ended up getting Gus Edwards. Be a problem, brother. Oh my God. This is the guy they used last season to have, like, every time he was near the goal line, he made a touchdown, bro. Yeah, I think the Chargers should be they have the ability to be at least go deep into the playoffs this season. Like they should. They don't have no freaking even the schedule looks pretty easy. But that's just me. I like Justin Herbert, bro. I just hope he actually does something good. I think that the Chargers, their damn self, is gonna be a Super Bowl contending team. That's just my thoughts on the picture. Because they have skill all around, like they have receivers for days in my eyes right now. With the guys that I haven't mentioned, I think these guys are able to do something here. With Lad McConkey, like I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. Lad McConkey. I just think He's a rookie, but he's also got some good talent, man. I think he's also gonna tear up the field with some impressive footwork. Brendan Rice is also some guy they have, which is what's his name, son, Brendan Rice Jr. Like he's also really good at USC. He was really good, and I think this kid has a lot to prove because him being chosen at the very not Brendan Rice, Jerry Rice is his dad. Jesus Christ. But it's just like, forgive me, guys. I haven't even ate a damn meal today, man. So I'm losing my brain cells and low energy right now after the gym too. Good. But yeah, it's just having J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, as a duo is going to be a freaking problem. I just don't know how defenses are going to stop these guys. Who did they receive this season that was a dude? I still think this offense is going to be a pretty good offense. This is kind of one of the offense that you put together on like freaking Madden. Like you don't want too much powerful guys, too much guys who are skillful, but you have just enough in order to do something here. Yeah, these guys are going to be very dangerous. All right, we're moving on to the Vikings. Now, let's talk a little. Yeah, what's up?
So I don't know. Obviously, thank you for carrying the show. With my freaking earbud dying, of course, one hole early.
Yeah.
So.
No problem, man. I got you.
But so my phone ended up disconnecting at the end. It didn't really work out there, so we learned that phone in the cup duff cam doesn't work in the wild. It's got to be in the cart. But did you see the shot at the end with the phone sideways?
Okay, I didn't see that shot, but I saw the one you made, and I saw the one after. Wait, was that the one after the one you made?
Like, so I shot the drive, and then I kind of duffed one half-ass. It didn't go very far, barely onto the green. And
okay, I saw that one.
The phone fell over, and I just kind of set it down, and then ended up draining.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did see it.
From like 30.
No, I thought you turned it just for that to be like on like film mode or something. But yeah, I seen that.
It wouldn't stand up, so I was like, I'll try to set it sideways and see if they can understand what happened. And then I drained that fucking putt from like 35 feet. I was
okay.
That's a highlight back-to-back reel.
Dude, I keep telling you, bro, do these highlights, man. Do these little clips, bro, and post them, man. Bro, you're really good, and you're talking about your trash.
I got to see if I can crush one now. Obviously, it sucks. I can't do it when I'm in the T-box.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I was just
got the Jaguars done. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence, my hair brother. I wish him all the best. I don't think they've got what it takes to get to the promised land anytime soon. I think.
Nah, man, they don't have the guys right now.
No, Trevor Lawrence is going to go from the most glorious college football career to. Yeah, I think he's going to have to move teams eventually if he wants to get a bowl.
Yeah, that's true. He's not a bad player. He's a really good quarterback, man. He works hard. He does. He's actually proven himself to me the past seasons that he's been in the NFL with the Jags, especially with the Jags.
And my favorite, I know my thing died. I want to touch on the Chargers for sure. But the big one is my favorite is Tank Bigsby. He's got the best name in all of the NFL. So Schultz and Tank Bigsby. Literally, you name a better name. Tank Bigsby. That's amazing. So I honestly hope he takes over the rock from Etienne just because he's got a cool name. He's got my
yeah. You also have they have J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards too. Don't forget.
Yeah, I mean they've never done anything but break their ankles. I can't see it being any different.
I mean Gus Edwards has like been a guy every time he gets close. He's had a lot of touchdowns last season for the Ravens.
But the Chargers, I mean, they lose everybody. Williams, Keenan Allen. You think they got what it takes to keep going?
Hell yes. Hell yes.
I'll take a swing here.
The reason why I say that is like they still have a strong receiver core. And they have Jerry Rice's son, so I have a lot of faith he'll do something good. Like he's been playing really good in college. I think he's gonna be one of those receivers that just progresses when he touches the field. Yeah, I think Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins are kind of going to be a lethal. They're going to be a lethal problem because Gus Edwards is used to being on that first goal line and just going boom and there you go, a touchdown. And I think JK, as a big dude, like if he stays healthy, he doesn't get hurt, I think he's going to be another problem for some defenses. Did I lose you there?
I figured you were carrying it while I was flying down the cart. Without the
No,
earpiece.
I was chewing. My bad.
Oh, you were just chilling, wasting it. You got to fill the airspace.
No, I was chewing. I was chewing food. I'm saying I'm chewing.
Maybe that's what I'll clip out of all this. You chewing.
Like I was chewing. I was like, oh shit, hold on. But I haven't ate anything, dog. I'm like literally starving right now. But
I'll eat around lunch here when I get off the course.
but yeah, man. Yeah, I think the Chargers have what it takes to do something. Let's see. What's the next team? The Vikings. I think that little contract that they gave Justin Fields I think he deserves it. Not Justin Fields, Justin Jefferson. I think he deserves it. The reason why I say he deserves it is because he hasn't disappointed the team. You know, when they need him, he's actually there. Like he'll make some incredible catches and some yards after catch. So it's all on like the thing is like when they sign these guys with these lengthy and expensive contracts, it's all on okay, are you going to perform, how we want you to every year? Because these guys have incentives. Like if there's 4 years they sign you, they also have, incentives they have to reach within those 4 years as well. Like they expect you to reach. So I definitely think Justin Fields, whatever incentives they probably give him, he'll probably fucking, surpass or reach or get close to it. I don't know. But I also think after this contract, Justin Fields is not gonna stay with the Vikings. That's my opinion. I just see it. I don't think he'll stay with the Vikings for long. I don't even think he'll probably stay with them for 3 years. I think it's gonna get to a point like he's gonna want to get with a team. Not only that, it's not even like pays him better, but I think he's gonna get with a team like he wants to actually contend to do better. If the Vikings aren't able to pull off these in a couple of seasons,
Who are you talking?
Vikings.
I know, but which player? Jefferson?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't think he signs that contract if he doesn't see a future, though, too, at the same time, right?
No, I'm not saying like he doesn't see a future. I just think about it like this: like when these guys sign these lengthy contracts, right? Let's say next season the Vikings do bad. Next season after that, the Vikings do bad, and then after that, like it just keeps going downhill from there. Or Justin Jefferson is not some guy who gets targeted like he wants to. Let's just say certain things change.
Yeah,
That's when some of these guys like, will they perform on their third year or fourth year of their contract? Will they give the team what the team expects? Some of these guys like they'll get into 2 years of their contract and then like they don't perform that good anymore, or something happens like the quarterback isn't targeting them much. Like it's always a inner problem with these things. Like I'm not saying that it happened with Justin Fields. I just think personally, I don't see him staying on the Vikings forever. Like either he will leave his third year, like because they've been doing contract breaches now. You know what I'm saying? Like the same shit with Broncos and Russell Wilson, the same shit with fucking other team. What the fuck was his name? Damn. What team had to still pay this player and he moved on, bro? It wasn't Russell Wilson. It was another player. Trying to figure it out. I'll circle back to that. But it's just what I'm trying to get to is some people like they get paid 4 or 5 years or some shit, right? And they don't perform that good because they already know they're getting paid. You know what I'm saying? And like, I just think the Vikings, me personally, won't be a team that excels, I think they probably will able to get to the playoffs. But I think probably the first round of playoffs they'll get knocked out. But there's a lot of teams they're facing on their schedule as well that are teams that improve on both sides. I'm just saying this year it's going to be a little bit tough for the Vikings. They're going to need more than just Justin Jefferson to do something. Like even Jordan Addison's going to have to pull some weight too. And he's been doing good last season. I think as a rookie, like he had some quite good touchdowns and stuff like that. But and he was like giving some people points on the fantasy. But at the same time, are they gonna play him more? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they gonna put him more? They just got a new guy as well. I don't know if they're even gonna utilize him, but it's just their running game's kind of iffy. It's all right. It ain't the best, but it ain't the trashes. Their quarterback that's another like kind of iffy issue. It's like
I'm going to take it over to the golf shed and I'll close it out with
yeah.
you.
But it's just I don't know. The Vikings like I said, they still have capable to be a playoff team to me, but I don't think they'll go anywhere far besides the first round. Yeah, but I think the last team would be, let me check. The last team would be the Titans. As for the Titans, I think them losing Derrick Henry is going to cost them quite a bit. But I think the running backs they have now, I think they have Tyjae Spears and who else they have, I think, back there. They traded for somebody, I think. But they have Ridley. I think Ridley can do good, all right, okay over there. But like I said, I don't think the Titans will have what it takes to be the team they were last season.
I mean, Derrick Henry was the only thing I think holding him together the whole time, anyways. The last
yeah,
little bit.
Yeah, that's
fair to say. Oh, anyway, the thing glitched, but I just drove over to my shed, so now you're gonna feel my shed.
Nah, it's just honestly, like I think the Titans are gonna do all right. They're not gonna do too good. I don't even think they're gonna do that good as last season. But yeah, they signed Sneed, L'Jarius Sneed, or however you say it, L'Jarius Sneed. I think him being signed over there is a little bit of a good scoop. Him being signed that long, we'll see if he can do something. But I just think the Titans as well, like they're not gonna do that good. Like they've got a little bit of upgrades, but they lost something that. Just imagine if you had Ridley and Henry on the team. You would have a good recent running game and a good decent passing game. But I don't think these guys are gonna do as good. Like they're just gonna be all right. Most teams, we're gonna start seeing teams that start beating other teams, that weren't beating these guys past few seasons and stuff like that. Like teams are gonna start appearing in the playoffs that we didn't see last season. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like, I don't know, man. These teams have a lot of things to face, and just as other teams start upgrading and
sweetheart, eh? Well, she's stuck with you while you're building.
And just like other teams are getting better and stuff like that, like even though these guys have minor additions, it's still not enough to take on these bigger teams that got a lot of additions.
You're trying to teach her sometimes dad's got to do stuff. You got to hang out with dad. So. Yeah, well. Thanks, brother. Hey, sorry there. Just chatting about opening and closing the golf show, and I like that the other camera's just frozen on my butt cheeks. Like I haven't been in that position for 3 minutes.
That's hilarious.
But no, that's the beauty of trying to do the show from the golf course when I'm like close up to people. They always try to chat with me, and because nobody really realizes that I'm being an idiot on the internet. But no, I think the Tennessee Titans are the furthest away. I think if I had to rank the top 3 coming out of that, I mean, I guess we got to give some people some sort of intelligence out of all of this. Obviously, always good to talk and always have a laugh with you. I think I want to know your top 3, who you think has the best chance to win a Super Bowl out of that. I think for me, if I was to say this year, who I think has the best chance, call me crazy, but I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns, the the Detroit Lions, and the Houston Texans. That's who I think are the three most likely to take one. If there is a team on this year, it's those ones.
Yeah, I think they strongly are going to be those teams as well because they've not only they proved themselves last year, they also have gained some new additions to make them an even more powerful team to climb the board. So I do think Houston right now, as we look at it, is a top 5 team to me. And they do have a strong potential to take it. That's what's going to make them dangerous because they literally got improvements on both sides of the ball. So maybe Houston might even take it this year. Maybe. You never know. Like, they have the performance for it. And the thing is, like, even if one player gets injured, let's just say they lose freaking Stephon Diggs or lose Tank Dell or lose Nico, they still are a team that is capable to go forward. They just have this one receiver run last season. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't disagree. Now I got a mic back, so I'm back in business. My other headphone was, I set it right here on the shelf in the golf cart, I suppose. Is where she ended up. I got my own little golf cart home here. That's where I live. Have a tour. There's my nice little wooden thing, nice little scorecard, things like that. Just chilling. Where I live now. I moved out of the tent, Juice. I live in the golf cart shed. But no, again, as always, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you for anybody tuned in. I was just like scratching the show together, kind of half-assed late. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it because I was really busy this weekend. Obviously, had a really cool opportunity last week to get to meet up with Snoop through his concert in Saskatoon there.
Dude, I'm so happy for you for that, bro.
Oh, thanks, man. It's like a life goal,
when you mentioned that. I was like, yo, that's dope as hell.
Yeah, it was a pretty sick opportunity. They give out some VIP experiences and stuff to some of those, some of the concerts and stuff. And so I was able to get my hands on one, and nobody else really got any. And Snoop's followed me on Twitter for like, I don't know, about a year and a half now or so, ever since I collected kind of all the Dr. Bombay stuff. And so I kind of was able to mention to him, I'm like, I don't know if it's you that follows me or your manager or whatever. And then he kind of started like, waving his shirt because I was wearing the Dr. Bombay shirt. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like the Dr. Bombay stuff. It was pretty cool. I'm looking at the camera, but the camera's over the other way. I thought it was in the cart. But no, it was a really cool opportunity. Get to hang out with him, get to smoke a lefty and chat with him about what we've been doing. Because obviously all the music you hear on this show is from that Dr. Bombay collection, right? I've been using it in the show for about a year. That's all we use in our fitness program as well. And we do some promo reels to it, and Joel always kind of opens the workouts with that wake up workout song, and it's just something we're really proud to integrate into our product. And so it's cool to be able to get a chance to sit down with him, meet him, show him it. He kind of knew who we were a little bit, which was kind of interesting. He did a promo and stuff for us. It'll roll out later in the year, and just crazy, man. It's one of those things where it's like, if you believe in something, you work hard enough, you put yourself in those positions, you take chances, good things could happen. And so I told him, I said, next time we meet, it's going to be because I worked so hard that we're meeting together at the top. And he said, I've been waiting for you, cuz. So I was like, fucking right, let's do this, baby. So no, it was a crazy opportunity. I grew up on Snoop probably since I was like 12 was probably around when I discovered it. Probably Dre, not Chronic 92. It would have been like Chronic 2000 for me. Probably about 12 years old when I discovered Snoop on that album. And I don't think I ever turned back. I probably started smoking weed when I was 13. So Unc raised me probably, baby.
I'm happy as fuck for you, brother. For real, man. Cause I remember like when you first started this shit too, bro. I was here, bro. Like I said earlier, dog. Like it's free. Like you say that too. It's free to support, bro. It's free to like, retweet, tell somebody you fuck with this shit. But I'm happy as fuck for you, dog. You ended up doing that, man. Getting to meet Snoop too, bro.
And it was awesome, and I hope to make him proud. I hope we can make a product that he's proud of, and it'd be cool to be able to earn the right to work with the man.
I think
it'd be cool.
Is he still teaching his those kids playing football? Because he does teach elementary school at Pop Warner. I think he does.
I'm not sure if he still is. I couldn't answer that for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I should run back the clip of him saying that the Oilers are going to win the Stanley Cup, though. I was baked as hell, and he started singing. He's like, I'm going to go outside. And I'm high as a kite. I'm like, oh, he said offside. That's my chance to talk about hockey.
Yeah.
He didn't even say that word. I giggled about it after. I'm like, fuck, I did that. What an idiot. But, you know, you're a little starstruck, right? When
Yeah.
getting to be in the presence of Snoop, especially in like such a one-on-one situation. Usually those VIP experiences are 5, 6 people, probably something like that. And this one was just me. They brought in Dr. Bombay specifically, like just to meet me and
Yeah.
do like that little promo and hang out a bit. And it was just a cool opportunity to do that. They signed. I think they said there's only 4 of the Dr. Bombay like figurines in Canada. There's only so many of them. I think like 100. They're not
Yeah.
many. I got they signed it. I got a pretty funny clip of him like Snoop like being like, "This ape you don't know how to talk, but I taught him how to write," and he's like teaching him how
Yeah.
to him, and he's signing the thing for me. It's kind of funny. But yeah, he gave me the hat. He wore it at the concert and signed it and shit too, which was pretty cool. And it was just a really cool experience, man. Because like literally, I kind of was starstruck. I didn't get to tell him the story, but like when I got my hands on that CD, probably Death Row, Chronic 2000, whatever it would have been, the black disc with the big weed leaf on it. Oh, this thing's frozen on me, or is it going? I don't know. But either way, that album at the time, my parents had saved up like a bunch of money to be able to take a train across the country. I didn't really grow up with a lot of money, but we saved up some money to be able to go across the country to visit my grandpa in Nova Scotia. And so I was just like on the upper deck of one of those trains, in the viewing thing. We're basically from Saskatchewan to the East Coast, probably like a 5-6 day trip. I'm pretty sure I just listened to the Chronic on repeat for like 5 days straight. Like, and guys got a disc man. Guys got a disc man back then. I don't even know if you could skip songs.
Yeah. Oh man, dog, that's fucking great, man.
But yeah, so it's cool, man. So now my goal is to hopefully me and Joel level up this fitness company, make it something really cool, and maybe it's something that
How's
maybe
he
he wants
been
to
though? How's Joe?
work with us one day. He's good, man. He's good. We're crushing it out. We've been starting to record our workouts now, pre-record them so that we get higher quality video. We weren't trying to be directly live and like try to say hi to people and stuff, but the stream just kills the quality of the video. So we think we get a better product. They're all still live workouts. Like Joel, when we're doing a live workout on Monday, Joel's actually doing one too. We're just kind of pre-recording it for the next week, and we're finding we're getting a better product out of it. And then we'll be launching a live show on Fridays here in the near future, where basically right after we're done our last workout of the week, we're going to go live. We'll have an invite in basically just for our customers, so they can join this stream, kind of first 10 people to come in every week. We'll be able to sit down, talk with Joel, ask him questions, learn from him, maybe quiz him up stuff about boxing or fitness or questions about his career. So I think that'll be something fun to integrate on Friday. So you're going to have to get a membership, get in the back door, so you come join us on Fridays too, baby. Let's go.
I got you, man. I got you, my brother. Right now, I'm just fucking tied up with so much crap right now. Like, we ended up getting a new place. So, like, we got this place now, but we paid for another condo. So right now we have to paint it a different color, and because the person that was in it before, like, painted a color we didn't like, but we want to make it look very modern, and try to put it for rent and stuff like that, and see where that goes.
Nice.
But after that, dog, like, pretty much right now I'm kind of still holding and working. My biggest thing that's kind of holding me back from fully releasing Beast Fitness is I want to come out with supplements, not as much, but I would say around 50 to 60, let's say, protein tubs. And I want to bring them out and put them on the site, so when people want to start, taking these supplements, they can purchase it here and stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to look for, a good quality brand and stuff, to get that going. But yeah, man, that's just the thing that I've been working kind of on the back end with Web3 and IRL business wise, I would say. Yeah, man. But yeah, dog, dude, I'm like freaking so hungry right now, TK. I'm about to go eat a cow, bro.
I love it. Yeah, no, I'm going to go home, eat crushed salad. I haven't had my first meal of the day. I'm a little earlier than you. So you're about 2. You're probably 2 o'clock. I'm about noon, but I want to go do the same crushed meal. Get on with the day. I got some editing to do, prep the show. I'm going to start prepping these shows in advance and get them a little more dialed in. And I appreciate you joining every week. But yeah, we covered those teams. I think next week we're going to get into AFC East. We're going to break it. We're going to narrow it down to, I think, 4 teams a week for the next couple weeks. I want to talk about how they drafted, how that's going to implicate what they're doing, and really touch on the sleeper draft rankings too ahead of fantasy season, because we're going to be launching some cool fantasy drafts and a new website here soon.
Yeah, I'm with that, man. Let's do it.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you, brother. You have a good day, and we'll catch you next week, my guy.
Nah, you too, my man, and I appreciate you always having me on here, bro. Because I just like talking my crap about football, bro.
Hey, well, no, I appreciate you joining me, man. Like I said, it makes the show way better. It's a lot of dead air without it, and I kind of suck at rambling sports by myself, so I can't do it with you. So I appreciate you, my guy. Don't mind me just crossing, chilling, hanging out. But no, I appreciate you, and we'll catch you next week, my dude.
All right, my brother. Have a good one.
Peace to everybody else. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll be live with Trav from Starting Sassy. We'll be getting into everything that they're up to. The big NHL final tonight, Florida Panthers, Edmonton Oilers, Game 7. That's a big one. Juice, I hope you're going to be watching that. All of us Canadians.
Yeah, I'll be there.
NHL final. And we're going to be chatting about that tomorrow for sure, because that's a big one. If the Oil come back, it'll be the first time since 1942 the team has came back and did a reverse sweep on the Stanley Cup. And if McDavid pulls it off, it might, that'll cement his status. That's already pretty legendary. But I look forward to that game tonight. So everybody tune in tomorrow. We'll be live around about half hour earlier. We'll be chatting all things hockey from the golf course, man. So again, thanks, Juice, for tuning in. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good day.
Stay Bushleague, you beauties.
From the bottom, ain't no half-stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half-repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. From the bottom, ain't no half-stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half-repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. Tell them never question, dog, I'm sitting ghost status. Eating chicken with my gin, smoking on some cabbage. Used to pedal on this
moment where you skate down the street and some shit for brain.
Perfect. It looks like it's frozen.
Do a kickflip. Do a kickflip. Do a kickflip.